终于准备开始看《双人之战》了。之前就听它好评特别多，本身我也不熟悉英雄联盟，所以呢，当时也对它没有什么兴趣，一直都打算去看一看，去补一下的。毕竟还是蛮新鲜的一个题材。今年年底应该也要马上是第2季要播出了，我也想趁着现在正好把它给补了。游戏整体来讲，我玩的就特别少。我小时候都从来不玩游戏，后面大学的时候是玩过一段时间王者荣耀，但是主要也是跟同学朋友打，类似于是一个社交方式。其他的话，手游我还玩过一点无期迷途，当时因为它跟周周有联名，但是我觉得挺难的。我就是把周周第6部石之海那几个角色给抽到之后呢，就也没怎么玩。端游之类的就更不用说了，对，我玩游戏水平不好评价，反正就是很一般吧。打不好呢，我自己还贼生气，特别的影响心情。端游就更不用说了，我的水平是匹配不上的。我跟我弟倒是玩过一段时间 Switch 上面那个双人成行吧，我感觉我俩能被对方气死。除了这还是个推塔游戏，其他对于英雄联盟英雄啊，其他机制方面装备啊什么的，我也都不了解了，还是很期待的。哦，像唱片一样。它这个画风是这也是什么迷宫之主的那种感觉吗？只有那些高高在上的免于了这些血海。哇，哦，这首歌我听过，原来是这个的片头吗？我好喜欢这，就很像他们雕刻出来的一样。哇，这个很帅，这个开头。好像游戏视角。
Hey, Powder! Come take a look. Oh. It's nice getting above it all, huh?
他们要复仇吗？
Poseidon.
哦，想到了，想艾伦的姑姑。
Vi, are you sure about this? Look, if we get caught,
We're not
we're...
gonna get caught. We'll be in and out before anyone notices. All right, everybody, follow me. Just don't look down.
Couldn't we have at least just walked there?
Gotta stay out of sight for this one.
Called it. This is on you, Vi.
I'll get her.
No! Powder, look at me! What did I tell you?
That I'm ready.
That's right. So?
他得要独当一面。
Thanks.
这些都已经是游戏角色了吗？可能应该有一些原创角色。
What if Vander finds out we're all the way up here?
Look around you. You think anyone topside's going hungry? Besides, this is exactly the sort of job Vander would have pulled when he was our age.
是他们那个爸爸吗？
I'm going. Are you with me or not?
Vander's gonna kill us.
Yeah, only if we screw up. So don't screw up. All clear.
Who locks their balcony?
希尔查克表示很赞。
Whew. There's tons of enforcers down there.
Means we're in the right place. You gonna get that door open anytime soon?
Working on it. Seeing as I'm the only one who knows how to pick locks, I'd suggest...
很帅。
animals.
哇，感觉就要出事儿了。
Milo! Powder, we gotta go!
宇宙魔方那种感觉吗？
You'll be fine. Just get back on the roof.
一颗的威力就这么大，有点像是有时空的那种魔法一样。
Milo!
哇，天呐！他们这城市是有点那种朋克风的，工业朋克。
Go, go, go!
Man, not again. I just got this shirt.
这让我想到他们最开始那个小孩唱的歌的歌词儿了。但是那些宝石状的物品会成为他们的累赘的。
Nice haul.
You could say that.
I heard there was some action across the river. Someone really kicked the nest, huh?
Is that so?
But now you're tracking this mess of yours through my streets.
Your streets. What makes you
Yes,
think?
we don't want any trouble, okay?
Hear that, Deckard? They don't want any trouble.
You know, in my experience, trouble finds you. There's no reason this has to get ugly.
大姐大。
Just a taste?
Just
哦，太帅！
This day's turning out all right after all.
Wait!
还有武器。
Want to see how that ends? Where's Powder?
直接用他的那个小宝石。
You did what?
I'm sorry. I tried to fight him off with Mauser, but she didn't work.
Who saw that coming?
We never should have gone over there.
Doesn't matter. The
他
stuff's
们的
gone.
赃物都没了。
It's all right, Powder. At least you're okay.
Okay. What about us? I get my face bashed in and she just gets a pass?
Yep.
Ooh.
Every time she comes, something goes wrong. She jinxes every job.
Just drop it, Milo.
他姐应该也想训练他吧。地下城。我很喜欢它很多这种城市的布景，很有意思。
It's off limits. We stay out of Piltover's business.
Why? They've got plenty, while we're down here scraping together coins. When did you get so comfortable living in someone else's shadow?
Everyone out.
街上疤了。
Sit down.
I'm fine.
Sit down. Those kids look up to you.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but you don't know. When people look up to you, you don't get to be selfish. You
not-
say run, they run. You say swim, they dive in. You say light a fire, they show up with oil. But whatever happens, it's on you. Just like it's on me what happens to us down here. We make ourselves a problem for Piltover, and they will send the enforcers.
So, why answer to them? These are our streets. Someone should remind them of
You're
that.
not hearing me. That path, this, it's not going to solve your problems. It just makes more of them. We clear? How'd you get this?
还是很
Somebody
暖
that was
心的。
following us.
On our side? Who?
I don't know. He was after the stuff.
Where is it now?
We lost it.
All of it? Good. Nothing can tie you to what happened up there.
确实，
You're gonna
如果
have to
那个
let
还
go
在的
of
话，
it.
肯定还有一直有
Understand?
人要来找他们要的。
Okay. We're gonna be fine, right?
I'll take care of it. Oh, you did put that idiot on his arse, though, right?
And she just lost it.
She made a mistake.
Name one time she hasn't.
She's young.
Don't bullshit me. We're twice the person at half her age.
You know what, Milo? You're right. There's a bunch of things Powder just can't do.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Like complain about everything.
但是他还有后半句
And
呢
brag。nonstop.
Okay, okay. I see where this is going.
Pick fights with the group when we need to focus.
Fine.
And tell strangers on the street that we got a nice call.
I didn't mean to.
Powder's my problem, okay? Your problem is never knowing when to shut up. But I'm gonna help you with that. Ready? You see this look on my face? This will always mean it's time to shut up.
But I.
好可爱啊！
Nobody comes in. We're closed. We'll open up.
For good. You can take your worthless junk elsewhere.
Just as
他要
well.
花钱摆平他的事情吧，那些烂摊子。
Anyway,
This weirdo came into the shop, bought a whole bunch of stuff Benzo only keeps there for display. He paid in gold and didn't even haggle. I charged him double price. Sucker.
but you know where he lived?
Followed him. How else?
Oh, right. Oh, crap.
They'll be fine. Go. Well, hello.
他们不愿意闻到这里地下城的气息吗？
That sign? You see it?
Huh?
Milo tripped over his own paint bucket and nearly fell off trying to draw a giant middle finger. His ass made that splotch. And that? When I was a kid, some guy took my favorite toy and threw it up there. I used to come out here at night and stare at it, hoping maybe the wind or a bird might knock it down. We've all had bad days. But we learn. And we stick together.
Oh, I forgot.
真是个好姐姐。
These were in my pocket. They're from the apartment.
What are they?
I don't know. Should we show Vander?
No. Let's keep this our little secret. Milo's wrong, Powder. You're stronger than you think. And one day, this city's gonna respect us.
哦，鸡皮疙瘩起来了。哦，
Feeding time.
小白鼠。
On the side effects. Stabilizing.
"天呐，这猫要死了吧 ？No。 他们不是要给人做这个吧？
You have a subject in mind.
所以说要进食了，是指小老鼠要进食了。他们真的要给人用，我去！感觉第一集就完全有吸引到吧，不管是从这些人物的这个塑造上，包括还有它整个的美术，还有布景，它的这个画风也是非常独特。我非常喜欢 Vi 和 Powder 他们两个人之间的这种羁绊。Vi 他真的非常的保护 Powder， 但是他应该也想训练，就是说让 Powder 能够独当一面吧。我觉得这一季也不断有铺垫到 Powder， 他可能就是会逐步这么一个成长，但是我也非常的担心 Vi 有一天会离开他吧。还有他们的这个应该是监护人一样角色，这个 Vander 应该是从最开头的那个斗争之中把他俩解救了出来，他们的家人应该都已经被这个战争所波及了。明显看出来他们这种非常两极分化的这个阶级斗争，两种不一样的世界吧，一个在高处，一个在低处，甚至在底下。而 Powder 呢，在其中就是更又危险了，就比较天真无邪。Vander 这个人物角色，我也觉得很有意思，也还蛮帅气的，也是把他的这些孩子们保护的特别好，为他们处理烂摊子，但是呢，也会对他们有严厉的这么一些时刻，能够保护整个这个地下城，就是不受侵扰，能够就是平安度过。包括他跟那个警官的对话。也能看出他的一些妥协，也是为了他们整个社区的这个平安，但偏偏外就是这么的反骨吧。主要是因为最开头的那些厮杀的事情吧，应该外也是一直怀恨在心的。他们本身就是对这些高层权贵就是有着那种骨子里的不满。 不仅是刚开头的那些歌词儿，然后再到这些人物之间的这个矛盾，都能在这一集中看到很多这种阶级分裂和这个斗争的一些刻画。比如说有一些光影的处理吧，像 Piltover 就是总是非常的光鲜的亮丽，在高处这样子屹立着。而地下城包括就是他们当时逃跑，就是躲进了那个地下的隧道、臭水沟吧，应该算是鲜明的一种色彩对比。他们所在的这个生活区就非常的脏乱差吧，很喜欢他们有很多那种机械朋克的那些设计，就是画人物这些表情是非常的生动的，虽然有看上去是有点夸张的那种，但真的那种质感是不一样的。包括就是像他们那个 OP。每人都像一尊石雕像一样，我真觉得很酷。这一集我最喜欢的一幕就是 Vi 和 Powder 他们两个就是站在低处眺望着远方和高处的那些城堡，然后说着一定要让这个城市尊重我们。一方面很热血，另一方面又觉得有些悲壮吧。这不禁让我想到赛博朋克边缘行者。在这种世界设定下，想去挑战权威的话，大概是能预料到会有什么样的后果吧。但是非常期待接下来的走向，迫不及待看到就是 Powder 它会有个怎么样的蜕变吧。虽然一般蜕变都会伴随着一些沉痛的代价。那这一集就这样结束，我们下期见，拜拜。